is Pikmin 4. It has been in development since 2015, and it really does feel like a game that's been slow cooked. This was my second video game purchase of 2023, and I got it because I thought Pikmin 3 was one of the best games Nintendo has made to date. And you can really feel Miyamoto's touch and influence on this game from beginning to end. It's really astonishing that they can release such a game of this quality on the Nintendo Switch. You know that feeling when you dive into a truly exceptional game and it just clicks? Well, this game effortlessly summoned that feeling within me. This franchise somehow manages to tap into an indescribable craving within me that only a handful of gaming series have the power to really grasp me in this way with their gameplay and exploration. This particular adventure, however, was something truly extraordinary, and I found myself utterly immersed and deeply enamored with it. And those are a lot of big words. By the end of the game, I realized everything was easy and didn't really challenge you. Pikmin 3 was a harder and more challenging game overall, with its multiple difficulty levels and the 3 captains you have to maneuver simultaneously. The previous game felt like you were playing a game of chess, and this game just feels like it doesn't really want to scare anyone off. On top of that, there are no advanced difficulty levels. Also, the days keep counting up, whereas in both Pikmin 1 and 3, there was a pervasive overarching objective persistently looming on the horizon, keeping your attention fixed and demanding strategic prowess. And in Pikmin 4, it seems like there's no real rush or goal to me. They just rescue everything when you get to it type of vibe. There are moments of challenge, most notably the very last mission in the game, but everything leading up to it just lets you win. And that's one thing I liked about the original Pikmin and Pikmin 3. I never played 2. Is I really enjoyed the challenge and the fact that you have to really think about everything you do. If you've never played a Pikmin game before, you're a spaceman on a planet. You come into these beings called Pikmin, and there's different colored Pikmin, and they all have different abilities. For example, red Pikmin, fireproof; yellow Pikmin, electric proof; blue Pikmin, waterproof; white Pikmin, poison proof. And in this game, you use the purple Pikmin to knock things from another dimension into your dimension. So the purple Pikmin got a little buff in this game. And the rock Pikmin, which are rocks, and they can get through crystal walls and stuff like that. This game introduced 2 new Pikmin, the glow Pikmin, which are basically like ghost Pikmin. They can only exist at night or in caves where there's no light, and ice Pikmin, which are like water Pikmin, but ice, and they can freeze things, and you can freeze surfaces and walk along them. And the new Pikmin really added more thinking into it. Of course, the game itself is still worth exploring. The game is very fun to play. I don't finish many games, but I felt drawn to finish every last mission. In terms of graphics, this is the best looking game in the Pikmin series to date. The unique camera angle gives a fresh new perspective to the series, and I'm in awe of how little objects remind me of all the little things you find around the house and stuff like that. I can't express how wonderful these new level motifs are and these themes. For example, an interesting level took place surrounding a giant outdoor barbecue, and I felt like they really made it feel like a structure made by human hands. Another really cool motif is the inside of a house, because we've seen the fire level and the ice level and the water level. It's really cool to see like these new worlds to explore, because it's kind of gets boring when it's just water, snowy, blah, blah, blah. There is so much painstaking effort put into every little detail of every level. I also want to say that I love the Nintendo nostalgia in this game. Like, I found like a Game Boy Advance, I found a Game Boy Micro, I found a GameCube wireless controller. It's crazy that these objects are now like retro things. I'm old. But yeah, little things here and there are going to unlock dormant memories from your life if you have one. I don't have a life. My life is working and making these video game reviews. The game makes you think it's going to be huge. When I started playing this game, I thought the difficulty was going to ramp up steadily and challenge me later on, and that got me excited. Unfortunately, the wind came out of my sails when I was listening to a podcast one day, and they spoiled that the game doesn't get harder, and it kind of just ends earlier than you think. I was expecting Pikmin 3 levels of grandeur, but what we got was still a delightful game. This game really feels like a game that was 10 years in development, and I say that with appreciation. I would love to see DLC for this game because I honestly want to keep playing it. The introduction to Ochi, the canine companion, initially raised concerns that it might just be a gimmick appearing sporadically in levels from what I saw from the trailers. However, now that I've played the game, Ochi proved to be be a delightful and meaningful enhancement to the game's overall experience. He can jump over small walls, he can carry your Pikmin across water. Later on in the game, you can upgrade him more, increase his attack power, and eventually take control of him and fight enemies in the game. I felt like this is such a new way to play Pikmin, because in past games, you'd have to throw the Pikmin and they'd fight for you. But now, like, you're actually like weaving and dodging the attacks of the enemies and everything. And I think Ochi was a really, really cool idea. The game introduces items and an inventory system that you can use to aid you in your adventure. I didn't use most of my items because I didn't feel like the game put me in situations like in past games where I had to keep my wits about me. The game does a lot to overpower the player and give you many options to approach every challenge in the game. I like how this game describes how you play these Pikmin games too. The term is called Dandori, which described in the game is the ability to organize tasks strategically and work effectively to execute plans. It's a key concept of the Pikmin series as a whole, but it's more stressed than Pikmin 4, and I think it's cool that they have a name for it now. Characters now refer specifically to Dandori, and I'm feeling like Marie Kondo, like with all this terminology. And there are two game modes named after it, Dandor Challenges and Dandor Battles. I really love the Dandor Challenges. I love being dropped into a small map and be giving a certain goal to achieve with a ranking system. Pikmin 3 had these, and I found them to be very fun, small challenges. And because the Switch is portable, I think it's a great like pick up and play kind of game for a portable style game. The Dandor Battles are also a really cool addition to the game. It really feels like Nintendo's take on RTS games like StarCraft, while still keeping that Nintendo charm. I really enjoyed the nighttime levels, and I found myself playing them as soon as I could after unlocking them, so I can build up that stash of green glow Pikmin that can help me in caves. It was more of like a tower defense kind of game. It was really fun, and I really enjoyed it. So I started working on the script for this video before picking up Pikmin 1+2, because the physical version released last week. Currently, I plan on playing through the series chronologically and reviewing every game for this channel. So if you haven't already, click that subscribe button and click the bell to be notified for future videos. Do it! I've fallen completely back in love with this franchise, and I'm very happy with how this game turned out. Despite the lack of challenge and vastness that Pikmin 3 made me feel, I still enjoyed this game, and I would recommend it to anyone who enjoys adventure, platformer, collector style games with some mild strategy thrown in there for some flavor. After playing Pikmin 4, it would have been really cool if they did like some roguelike such stuff, you know, or some like survival type stuff, because the game really did feel very safe, and the word is cozy that they say now. That's the new word for games that are like, they're called cozy games. That's the word now. It's the thing. I think the game was beautiful, and I will be replaying it after I play through Pikmin 1 and 2 and 3 again, and then I'm gonna eventually just play this one again because I love Pikmin so much. I never played Pikmin 2, and I actually was able to see the callbacks that Pikmin 4 made to Pikmin 2 now that I'm finally playing Pikmin 2 for the first time. I love the caves in Pikmin 4 because the time stops and you're able to just kind of like do everything. But in Pikmin 2, like, they were way harder than any of the ones in Pikmin 4. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. Thanks for watching my channel. I hope you guys subscribe and enjoy my content.
Goodbye, bitches!